All right. Hang on, wait. Let me make sure I got the right setting on. Hold up. Okay, I do. Nice. All right. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Actually, it's 3 p.m. That's not evening, is it? That's afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Although, to be fair, for some of you, it might be evening, so fair enough. And welcome to another stream. 3 days on the trot. Look at me go. Today, I'm sure you can all read. If not, that's tough. You can tell what we're doing by the title. We are doing a 100% Brazilian Grand Prix for the upcoming Brazilian Grand Prix weekend, which is today, of course. I will be live at 6:30 today, so 6:30 p.m. BST. I'm going to be live watching Sprint Quali with you lot. But before that, of course, we've got this to do. So, usually on weekends like this, I would just do nothing, and then I'd just go straight into watching, Quali or whatever, but seeing as, we've got some free time until then, because obviously Brazil's in South America, so it's a bit late for me, I thought, why not do this? And also, I'm not going to include qualifying, because I can't be bothered, but the race results and anything that happens during the race, so weather conditions, red flags, safety cars, DNFs, all that bollocks, I'm going to keep track of, and we can use it as a little prediction. The last time I'd done this properly was in Singapore, and the only thing I can remember is it had done this miracle prediction where it correctly guessed Carlos Sainz starting from P18 and going to P10. Every other thing was wrong, though, so there you go. Move my notepad, it's way too large. Where can I... Right, we'll just leave it as that. Right, so, everything's set up. We're doing a one-shot... Oh, so I forgot to mention, I'm starting from last, because it's more fun, do you know what I mean? And also, two more things. One, I'm driving as Max Verstappen, as you can see, because he won last year. That's sort of how I do it. I just drive as whoever won last year. And, I also think he's going to win this year. So, there's that. I'm also on equal performance, so that should make the race a bit more spicy. Of course, the trouble with that is that we're probably going to get some unrealistic results. Although it is Brazil, last year Alpine got a double podium. So, yeah, who knows? I'm loading into F1 completely forgetting about the weekend. Yeah, I did too. I mean, it was only yesterday morning. I was like, hang on, F1's tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, it feels like it was only last week it was Mexico, but obviously that was 2 weeks ago, so, yeah, let's lock in. We got everything ready, got the setup ready, all that good stuff, and, well, yeah. Let's go. That's the thing I need to do, actually. I need to increase my audio back up to maximum. If that's too loud, you lot will have to let me know. It should be okay. I also want to make it a bit louder for me, because I just like the sound of the V8 giving me tinnitus, if I'm being honest. Alright, so all we're going to do is, we might as well do the lap, just so we can, get a grasp for if I've got the difficulty right. I did do a couple test runs, and I was doing okay. Brazil is actually one of my weaker tracks. It's definitely down there. It's one of my worst, so I have no idea how this is going to go. We're purple sector 1, so as I go off, well, there was some pace until that point. But of course, this is just, it's not even a warm-up, to be honest. I've already done that. I don't know what this is. I don't know why I'm doing this lap. Let's spin it off. I mean, I'm starting last, so you can react to some of my edits on stream, baby. Gotta be careful of copyright, though. Ouch. How is my bitrate too low? It's at 5,900. That's good. Anyway. Now, one thing that's... Okay, this could be slightly concerning. In my practice run, I did a 1minute 8.032, and I was 0.6 faster than the AI. I upped the difficulty by 3, and I would have still been 0.6 quicker than the AI. You know what? Should we just go 110? Like, should we just do it? How am I doing today? I'm a bit, what's the word? Like, dozy. I'm a bit, like, wibbly wobbly. But we're chilling. And we're doing good yourself. Alright, let's up the difficulty a bit more, because I feel like that's, yeah, I feel like that's just not good, is it? I mean, if I'm 6/10 a lap quicker than everyone else, I'm going to be P1 in, like, 17 seconds. So let's do that again. Brazil, equal performance, Max Verstappen, 110, one shot, full race. I think the rest of this should be good. That, yeah, go. Quick. And we are rocking the Racing Bull shirt today, purely because I don't have a Red Bull shirt and it's pretty close. I tell you, actually, to be fair, I do have a Red Bull shirt. It's just, it's about 3 sizes too big for me. So, yeah, it'd look more like I'm wearing a poncho rather than a shirt. But there you go. Did I put the right setup on? I did. Okay. Alright, let's go. Little under the weather, but it'll be alright? Nice. I mean, it's not nice, but, like, good. Of course, common sense dictates that this stream's going to be a little bit shorter than, you know, yesterday, for example. I mean, yesterday, 4 hours. I'm lucky I'm not burnt out, to be honest. Like, genuinely. I did 2 100% races, one stream, like a couple weeks ago, and I had such bad burnout, I didn't play the game for 4 days afterwards. And today, yesterday I mean, yeah, 4 hours, 3 50% races. I don't know how I've still got the urge to play, because, yeah, that was bad, but it was also really fun, so we'll take it. You and I are racing on the same track, my career's on Brazil. See, with Brazil, I always thought I was, like, really shit at it. Or maybe not bad at the track, but, like, compared to the AI, at least. I mean, look at Spa. Spa, I can turn up in the worst car and do a last to first and win. This track, I always, like, was just really bad. But, considering, like, on equal performance, I was 4 times quicker than second, I feel like maybe I should start, I mean, yeah, because of that, I was just not having it on my calendar. Maybe I should start adding it. Yeah, to be fair, Anthony, I also just play completely... I have, like, 0 competitive drive in this game. The only reason I've got as fast as I have is just because I've played a lot, which is quite funny. A lot of people think I play because, like, I want to be the best, I want to be the fastest. It's nothing about that. We're here for a good time. Alright, I'm going to go for the medium because I feel like it, and we'll lower the fuel by a tad. But I never know really what to do with the fuel loads, because I feel like we'll gamble with that and see if it's any good. Also on controller, oh yeah, that is going to slow you down a little bit, to be fair. Although, it was quite sad. I did a lap around him. I think it was like a 1 minute 16 something. It was quite slow, but I did it on my wheel. Bearing in mind, I've played on wheel for 4 years. I've played on controller for 15 minutes. I was faster on controller, so that was quite a sad time for me. You know, I can't... I'm just going to say sad, but that's definitely not how you say your name, so I do apologise. Would you like many viewers? Let's make you popular. I'm good, mate. I don't really care about being popular. Right, let's go. Medium, soft strategy. I do like it. I'd prefer a little undercut in there, but it's not too bad. Maybe actually the hard tyres. I mean, they're less wear, but obviously it means you can push a bit more. Although I noticed in 100% races, the tyres are, like, a lot more, like... domesticated. Like, you know, in like 50% races, your rears just die, whereas in this I feel like they last quite a while. So let's begin. That's why I like watching you. Absolute dub. Right. Can we also point out, by the way, I'm not counting qualifying as results as my prediction. I guess you can. Fernando Alonso on pole position, Hamilton second, Piastri third, Norris ninth. Right. yeah, that's... I mean, it's no real shock because it's F125, but at the same time, if that happened in real life, it'd be a shock and I'd be devastated because obviously I want Lando to win the title and that would be bad. I've beaten Leclerc's fastest lap in practice at the Red Bull Ring. I have no idea how difficult that is, but well done regardless. That's good. Alright, let's have it then. 71 laps ahead of us at Brazil. I'm feeling ready. I'm locked in. As always, if there's anything wrong with the stream, video-wise or audio-wise, if it's too loud, please do let me know. And we're off. It's not a bad start. It's just not very good either. It's just, nah. I'll take it. I'm going to try it. I was going to go for a move on doing arc. It's still doable. It's doable on doing. Do it on the do. Go on then. Go on then. Nice. Right, that should be a 1 place gained already. Oh, Ocon's had a really bad exit of 3. Go on then. Might get a 2nd place. That'll be nice. Lovely stuff. Move! You're ugly. All right, we're off. Ah! It's the easiest out of the F1 circuit, so it's not fantastic. But for me to actually be a professional time, I was pretty excited. That does sound quite good. I feel like my game's too loud. I have like a vibe. I don't know though. Someone have to tell me. Right, let's just carry on. Sounds like my mic's a little too loud. I wasn't expecting that answer, to be honest. Alright. Intriguing. Rightio then. So we gained 2 places off the start. Now, one thing that's always a little bit troublesome about equal performance is that because everyone's just stuck together, you can usually make your way through the pack really quick. So let's hope that doesn't happen, because, you know, you want to at least make it enjoyable. I don't want to be P1 by lap 2. See what the straight line speed's like. I can't imagine it's going to be too good. Also, me and Ocon are on mediums. Everyone else on softs, which is going to put me a little bit of a disadvantage. Oh, hang on, there's some scrapping up there. That could be quite handy for me. Go on then. DRS enabled. Give me some form of straight line speed. It's okay. Yeah, I can go for that. Round the outside of Alex Albon. Yeah, I'll do. Ah, no, it won't do, actually. He's fighting back, the cheeky bastard. I'm 8. Alright, there we go. Finally, he's been dispatched. Good stuff. One car a lap would be nice, but ideally I want the top cars to go off in the distance so that I actually have to catch up, which I don't even know if I can do, to be honest. I mean, based off qualifying times, I was about 3/10 quicker a lap. But in a race, it's a different story. Max is behind me? Oh, that's a good point, mate. It is, to be fair. You alright, Laurie? And Plain Geek. I still love that name. Wonder if, I don't seem to be too quick right now. Who do I think will win the GP? The bloke I'm driving as. I think it's going to be another Max Verstappen masterclass. Now, of course, I do probably need a good 10-20 laps to get used to this handling again, because for the last 3 days straight, I've been playing with a completely different, handling model. Although it's not too... I've realised it's not as different as I thought. It's basically just slower than this. And this is more direct. With the other handling, there's a lot of understeering. You have to do a lot of, turning more than a degree of the corner. Whereas with this, it's just sort of, turn in, brake, and then, go. George Russell sets the fastest lap of the race. I'm trying to close in on Bortoletto. It's not... I'm not very, like, happy with the pace right now. Although I feel like Brazil is, like, one of the only tracks where I can't be, like, consistent. Like, there's no way that I'm going to be able to drive at, like, a specific lap time for the entire race. Especially, maybe around Sector 2, but that Sector 1, especially Turn 1, 2, and 3, is so tricky for me. Oh, Max will win and close the gap to Lando. I wouldn't be against it. It's like I say, as long as Piastri doesn't win, I don't really care if it's Verstappen or Norris. I think I'd prefer Norris because it'll be his first. But even if it is Verstappen, I'd still be happy. That'll do. I want to try and avoid moves like that because that is sort of just exploiting the AI being a bit dumb. You know? Like, realistically, I could probably just dive bomb all of these lot. But I'm just choosing not to try and make it that little bit more, like, real. You know what I mean? But yeah, to be honest, it's not like I hate Piastri. It's just, I just actively prefer the other two. That's all it really comes down to. I've also learned that I definitely need to have more overtake for the for this sector of the track rather than the first straight. That's helping me out quite a lot. I mean, hey, realistically, I need to overtake one car every 3 laps and I'll get into P1 and I'll still have 11 laps to spare. So, I've got plenty of time. And also, if I don't... Oh, God. I don't really want to because I feel like my tyres won't go the distance, but I might try and undercut. It's just, do undercuts even work at Brazil? Like, have they historically done anything? I do love this track though, despite being like quite bad at it, I do love it. See, I don't like all this falling back malarkey. It's not helping my race at all. Although that definitely helps. Surely one of these two don't have DRS. Yes, the RB doesn't. I can have both of them here. Go on, Ed. Dive around the 8 inside of Ollie Behrman. And that's 2 places in 1 corner. Go on. Excellent move. You alright, Warrior? I hope you're doing good, mate. Okay, we're up to P14. We've got 3 cars ahead. Of course, Stroll in the bottom 10. Whilst his teammate's leading, by the way. So that's cool. And we've also got, what, Carlos Sainz, and then I believe that's Antonelli? Yeah, surely, because Russell set the fastest lap. There's no way the bloke with the fastest lap is in, you know, 11th. Or 12th, rather. I've got a lot more grip than I think I do. I'm surprised I'm, like, lapping in the 1:13. So I know, obviously, medium tyres, not really pushing too crazy, but you think, quali, I did a 1:08, so 5 seconds quicker than I'm currently going. That is quite impressive, really. Like, you do think, where are those 5 seconds coming from? I imagine it's mostly this sector. I do have the ERS off throughout most of it, and then obviously I just deploy it down the main straight. Even so, though, that is quite a large, like, gap. I wonder what the other gaps are. I feel like Brazil's probably got one of the highest. I mean, in a Spa quali to a Spa race, surely you're not doing like a 5-second difference, or any other track for that matter. I'm very happy with the tyres though. I think I can also get Sainz this lap. I'm going to go down to only about 30%, because I still need the reserve for the other straight. No. Tyre wear, looking pretty good. As long as it's equal on, like, all sides. Ah, shit. Okay, well, that's gonna, you know, put a little spanner in the works. It's not too bad. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to put, what's his name? Mark back on. And then also I want to change that one. Yeah.
Mind that front wing. It's going to need replacing if it takes too much damage.
Well, I'm going to get a front wing change when I stop. So that's going to add another, what, 10 odd seconds onto my race time? It's a little bit cringe, but it's obviously my error, so there you go. It's just annoying that, like, yeah, I'm just sort of sucked behind these lot. I want to know the gap to the next car ahead, and you can see them, they're miles away. Like, they're in actually another, it's like another galaxy to me right now. Whoa, I'm definitely noticing the difference in downforce without a front wing. That was quite impressive. Literally just can't turn anymore. All fine. Long time no see, it is indeed, mate. Welcome. Hope you're doing good. I'm almost doing it again. Do you know what it is? Is that it's my racecraft, especially braking when there's like a car ahead, is that my brain doesn't realise that, oh, there's a car ahead, they're going to brake a bit earlier. You know? My brain doesn't process that. All good. To be fair, it is quite impressive just how, like, beautiful this car is to drive. Like, just equal performance cars in general. Like, even without a front wing and, like, wearing tyres, the car's just so beautiful. I love it. And it is a bit of a shame about that front wing, not just obviously it's making me slower, but I felt like I was in a pretty good rhythm. Gotta watch out for Bearman, he's closing in pretty quick. Go, go, go! Starting to drop back a little bit, which I'm not happy about. So these tyres, they're going to lap 25, I believe. So that's where we need to get to, and then obviously get the front wing change. I might pit a lap earlier and then try and get the time that I lost from repairing my front wing back in an undercut. But like I said, does the undercut even work around here? Most of the time, if I'm not playing career mode, I just go on a quick 20 lap race with equal cars, and it is just beautiful. It actually is. I mean, when I do my own little races in my own time, I never really do equal performance, but when I do, it's like when I play, like, you know, ranked every now and again. It's just so nice. The progress ain't too bad. I mean, obviously, 6 places is pretty good. It's just having the front wing damage. I'm probably losing 3/10 a lap because of it. And the gap to the next car ahead after these 3 is just getting monumentally huge. And the thing is that these lot aren't really changing positions. Like, if they were to go for an overtake on each other, then I could get, you know, go for a little move and then, you know, happy days. But they're not really doing it. I need them to fight. They're not doing that. Or if they are, it's just a clean DRS pass, which just obviously takes like little to no skill. Is what I notice about my game. I go through a good lap time, I try and make it better and get worse instead of better. Yeah. I guess that can happen. I mean, obviously, you might just... Oh, shitting Nora. That's bad. You might just, like, peak for a lap, and then it's quite hard to replicate. Like I said, around here, especially for me, I find it really tough to stay consistent. How long have you been racing? Since Christmas 2021. I'm getting messy. Move! I guess that's the thing about Brazil. There is a lot to do with, like, track position. Because, like, as long as you've got good straight line speed, you're not getting overtaken. Because, like, realistically, I'm dumping my overtake and I'm just not catching. So I'm going to lower my downforce and see how we get on in, what, lap 24, I think. Let me check, it's actually 24. Yeah, well, 25, I'm going to do a lap earlier. Hang on. Some scrapping. No, never mind. There was a little bit of a lock-up, but still made a clean move. Oh my, look at the gap to the next car ahead, by the way. That's going to be Lando Norris. He's like, well, what, 5 seconds up the road from me and these lot? I am officially a back marker right now. And to be fair, my pace is back marker level. Partly due to the broken front wing, but also just because I'm stuck behind these three. I've not had a single lap in clean air yet. Although I imagine it's not going to be that much different. I am getting the DRS, to be fair. You alright, Bernard? As an Oscar Piastri fan, after Lando overtook Oscar by 1 point, and also it might be raining in Brazil, well... I mean, that's not really good for either of them, really. Oh, this would be bad. I can't get overtaken by Oliver Behrman. Nothing against Oliver Behrman, it's just I'm in a Red Bull. Although, obviously, that doesn't really mean anything. I am on equal performance. Please, one of you not have DRS. Oh. I can't even go for the move because they're fighting each other. Like, come on! Stop going wheel to wheel! And then you bitch out of it! What a loser! Oh, that's really got on my nerves. Well, at least now, hopefully, Antonelli can clear off, and then I can maybe get a move done, and finally maybe have an lap in clear air. That would be nice. Like, please! Alright, come on, Sainz, have a go! Get him! Get him now! Fortnite only up. That's a good name. You're right, mate? Thanks for the follow. That's massive. Well, Sainz has got the move done, and it's extremely clean. So, there is literally nothing to gain for me. Excellent news! I'm gonna need a variable if I want to get back in this race. I need a red flag or something. Actually, no, not a red flag, because under red flag conditions, they don't fix your front wing. which I'm pretty sure you can do in real life, but they just haven't thought about that in the game, so yeah. Now, it is Sir Lancelot, so, Signs, if you could, like, bugger off, that'd be really handy for me. You know, you could just, like, disappear into the distance and let me have a good crack at, you know, Stroll, that'd be good. If it rains, Max will win? I think I agree, yeah. No, I think he wins regardless, to be honest. A safety car will be massive, oh yeah. I love your stream, keep going like this and you'll be famous in a month. Alright. I mean, I've been going for 2 months so far. And it's been getting better on Twitch. Twitch is extremely difficult to grow on. I know this because I've been streaming on Twitch for 11 years. So yeah, it's been good. You know, even getting like, you know, 4 or 5 viewers, that's really good for me. I'm happy with that. Alright, I need your lot opinion on the strategy change. What do we think of pitting this lap and repairing the front wing and going onto the hard tyres? Or it may be in the next, like, 3 laps. What do we think of that? Because I know my pace can be so much better right now. Maybe up to, you know, upwards of half a second quicker a lap. I need suggestions. I can't just sit behind Stroll for the next, like, you know, God knows how many laps. That's too embarrassing for me. Pit now? Right, let's do it.
We can take you this lap.
Hey, ignore that. I got all flustered. Hang on. There we go. Right, quick. Right. Yes. No. There we go. If I have to press more than 2 buttons at once, my brain just, like, flops. How have I done that, by the way? I know this is cringe, but just let me have it. I'm angry. Right, go.
Understood. Stopping this lap.
How have I... How have I done it 3 times? It's not that difficult. Lock in. Come on.
Confirmed. We'll receive you at the end of this lap.
Yay! He's done it! He's done it! I am so shit at this game. Oh my days. Aussie, thanks for the follow, mate. That's very close to my actual name. That's quite impressive. Alright, go. Sorry about that, everyone. You'll get clean air? That's what I was thinking. And I can, you know, kind of bring it back and, you know, get the undercut going.
Okay, 1 stop to go. Just 1 stop left in this strategy.
Also, remember, I'm on lower downforce now, so it's going to be a bit, you know, higgledy-piggledy. We should be good, though. Yeah, sorry, everyone. That was quite bad. Oh, yeah. These tyres are brand new, and I'm already cornering, like, quicker than, you know, before. Oh, shit. For some reason, I'm really bad at multitasking when it comes to driving. Like, just the gears I can handle, and, like, the ERS, but as soon as I have to, like, change pitch strategy and you know, change brake bias and all that stuff, my brain just can't do it, and I end up getting all flustered and all confused. So, yeah, oh, shit. Okay, ignore that too. What F1 game is this? This is 25, mate, the most recent one. What can I do to be better on fuel management? Well, as someone that literally never does fuel management, I don't really give you an answer, to be honest. I think the whole, like, premise behind it is you, like, lift before the corner. And something along those lines, I think. But what we need right now is we need to get into a rhythm. Well, I say we, because obviously you're just watching. Yeah, we need to get into a bit of a rhythm. No mistakes, just some clean, quick laps. That's what we need. I've got the clean air. I don't have the ability or the talent, but I've got the car, and that's all you need. I lose time. Yeah, that's kind of like the point of fuel management, is that you lose time, but you don't run out of fuel. So, I'd just say, you know, put more fuel in. Just subbed. Oh, thanks, Ozzy. That is my actual name. Look at that. We've got Ossie with S's that followed on Twitch. And now that's my actual name but spelt wrong. That's cool. That reminds me of when I just spun out or fumble when I have 2 purple sectors. I haven't done that in a while, but I think the thing that I do is when I say for example it's like Q2, no time left, I need a good lap to get through. I can usually get the lap and I don't really like cock it up, but for some reason during a race, especially when there's like little to no pressure, I just make the most rookie errors known to man. So yeah, it's an odd one. It's a strange one. But we're looking to close the gap to Mr. What's his name? Mr. Antonelli. That's what we're trying to do right now. Because Antonelli was just ahead of me before I stopped. So it's going to be like, you know, a good 7-8 laps before he does stop. So hopefully that gives me time to undercut. Of course, the tyre condition's good, mate. I put him on 2 laps ago. What's he on about? Where'd all my ERS go? I don't know. Totanelli. I like that one, to be fair. The other one that's a bit more on the offensive side is I'm not too much of a fan of that one. I just want to see if I can catch Ocon. Like, obviously not 20 seconds, but just, like, you know, get, like, towards him. Let's see where we are in a lap. You'd add way more weight to the car. I agree, mate. I mean, you say that like I'm going to be shocked to, like, find out the fact that I'm overweight. I don't know what you really intend with that comment, but there you go. It's just one of those, isn't it? Some people expect me to look down and go like, what? Oh, I thought I was doing quite well with myself. Like, shut up. Go Manel. Again, what does it mean? To be fair, you've got to respect the fact that, you know, for a lot of people, in fact most people, English is their first language, so it's a bit of a struggle. He is, but I say manual. Oh, okay. To be fair, if you think about it, I used the racing line and I used flashbacks, and they decided to pick on the fact that, well, obviously I'm not, but out of those 3 things, the racing line, flashbacks, and manual gears, they chose manual gears. I'll take it, to be honest. Well, I'm catching Ocon really quickly, so I'm happy with this. But you see the clear air, the pace still ain't brilliant, but I'm improving. You're at FC Aid? What do you mean if anyone goes into a car, they add weight? That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's so funny to me because people, like, they try and be insulting, but 9 times out of 10, their comment just makes no sense. Like I said, though, you know, just because English is my first language, I can't criticize people for not knowing English because it's their second language. So it's just one of those. You just have to, you know, wish them luck and move on. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I'm currently lapping in the mid-12s, and I'm improving every single lap, so we're doing quite good. I wonder how long this pace is going to keep up for before the tyres fall off. I reckon it's going to be quite a while, to be honest. We gonna have horsepower if you sit in a real F1 car lose. Again, it just means nothing. English is spoken across 70% of the world. Oh no, I understand that, but obviously if you're not a native, like, English speaker, you're gonna, like, obviously mess up grammar and punctuation and things like that. So when people try and, you know, insult me and say things, 9 times out of 10, I don't even know what they're trying to say, because it's just broken English. So it's just one of those. Thanks for the comments though, mate, because, like, you may or may not realise, but you keep commenting is just giving me, like, extra money. So, yeah, thanks. Pretty much. Just actively paying me money, indirectly, so we take it. Keep it coming. Well, we've cut the gap down to Ocon to 12 seconds.
Yuki in the pit lane now.
Yuki in the pits for his first stop. Now, I don't think I've caught up by that much, but we'll see where we are. Oh, wow, he's already at the pit exit. He ain't max toe. That's it. Mate, just stop. You're trying way too hard and it isn't working. Do you know what would be a better idea, mate? Go onto Google Translate, go in your native language, and then just put it to English so I can actually understand what you're trying to say. And then we can, you know, we can breach the hurdle and we can all carry on together, you know? My favourite streamer? That's very kind, mate. That's very inspiring. Fun fact, guys, this is brand new. It turns out, unfortunately, there were rumours, but it's actually come out that I am not, I'm not Dutch, I'm not tall, I don't race in Formula 1, I'm not a 4-time world champion, and I'm not regarded as one of the best drivers of all time, so it's just one of those, really. Pastor Maldonado, on the other hand, I'm more like him. You right, Strong? Alright, so after a few others have pitted, we have made our way. It's good pace, but obviously I do have to pit again, and they're going on to more softs. Whereas I'm going on to... Well, I'm going on to softs as well, to be fair, but obviously right now there's quite a large tyre offset. I speed English better than my native language. So, like, do you just, like, struggle... Do you just struggle to, like, talk to anyone? My keyboard actually has English keypad, can't type in native language. Yeah, you can. If you go for a diet, you could actually drive a real one? Well, I disagree. I could drive one now. If you want to donate about... you know, maybe a few $100 grand to $1 million, then yeah, I could. I'd like to see you in one as well, that'd be nice. Because I'm sure you're the peak of absolute fitness. Sitting behind your little computer screen thinking you're all tough. Not very quick right now, to be expected, to be fair. Tyre offset and all that. Oh, shit. Remove... Oh, there you go. Took you long enough, mate. Took you long enough to mention the racing line. No, I'm going to leave it on, thanks. Because some random person that can't speak a word of English properly tells me to turn it off. You know, it's just one of those where I just don't care. I'll use it for as long as, you know, time goes on. The fat jokes are too far? Oh, actually, if anything, they're too short. As a big man in gamers, where you inspire me so much, oh, that's quite an unbelievable comment, to be honest, mate. Yeah, you just have to, like, yeah, you just have to realise that at the end of the day, they are just words on a screen, and most of the time they're rage baiting, so, yeah. Oh, you're right, Hugo. Long time no see, mate. Absolute legend Hugo in the chat. I don't even know what's going on in this chat anymore. Everyone's trying to be mean, but none of them can speak a single word of English properly, so it just doesn't make any sense to me. So we're going to move on.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
9%. These tyres wear 1% a lap. My goodness, that's very good. Where am I? I'm in London. I assume that's what you're asking. You might just not be, to be fair. People say I use the racing line because it makes the game easy. I agree, that's why I use it. You know? Do you do this as a living? Oh, absolutely not, mate, no. I don't mind being transparent about, you know, social media and all that. If I was to live off what I earn off all of my 5 social medias, I'd be homeless in about 3 hours. I don't earn anything. That's why I've got, you know, 2 other jobs. There are 67 viewers. Oh, that's the highlight of my day. That's fantastic news. That's pretty good, though. I mean, obviously, considering 2 months ago I'd be lucky to get 3, it's very good. Little fastest lap. I didn't see who that was, but fair play. No way is this guy still talking. I mean, keep doing it. Like I said, you're just indirectly giving me money, so I will take it. But to be fair, mate, you are now talking to deaf ears, because, like, no one cares, you know what I mean? Well, I'm very happy with the pace. I mean, considering Hajar is... He's not getting too far away. I think he's got a better Sector 1, but... Yeah. I'm very happy. I think when I get on the softs, I'm going to be rapid. Stop being rude. I appreciate, you know, the comment, but honestly, I promote it like I do, to be fair. Just keep it up. Rizbot doing a better job roasting than these clowns. I don't even know what that is, but you're probably right. It's pathetic, really. What's your favourite track out of all, not just F1? Well, I mean, if you're asking me, I don't really watch many other... I mean, I do, but, you know, I only really rate tracks based off what I've driven. And I think I'd have to go with Spa, Melbourne, and Baku as, like, a top 3. I don't know if I could pick one out of those 3, but those 3. So yeah, love all those three. Could, you know, drive around there for hours. We're up to P11, which, considering the fact, you know, I was P14, I believe, when my front wing broke and I was just stuck behind Stroll, who is now behind me, by the way. So, we've done well. What else is going on? Imagine Audi or Cadillac end up like Braun. If Cadillac ends up like Braun, to me, it will feel like I've won the lottery. Mine's Australia or Spa. Well, there you go then. We share the same top two. Silverstone makes top three. That's a good shout. I don't really like Silverstone that much. I don't mind driving it, but I mean, yeah, like I said, the way I rate tracks is based on my enjoyment driving them and like my competitive like speed. In Silverstone, I'm really bad against the AI, so I'm you know, not too keen. A bit like China. I'm really bad at China, so I don't like it. I like Spa and Albert Park, but also Nürburgring and Hockenheim. Actually, I said I didn't really watch many motorsports. Hockenheim is my favourite track, like, in the whole world, regardless of time, series. As a racing track, Hockenheim is the best. Istanbul Park's fantastic. Mugello's fantastic. There are some great ones not on the calendar. They need to stop being an idiot. No, Keep going. Like I said, keep going. Because all they're doing is helping the algorithm so I get more views. They're giving me watch hours. And indirectly, by watching adverts, they're giving me money. So by all means, please carry on. Like, please, I'm not even joking. I'm exaggerating too. I don't get upset when some random who can barely string 2 words of English together calls me fat. Like, just keep doing it. You alright, Hersham? It's good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing good. Oh, little green sector 1. How's that happen, then? I have no idea. To be fair, sometimes the tyres do that thing where they go off for a few, like, tens of percent, and then by about 50, they come back on for a couple laps. Although my tyres are so, like, unworn, I could go for decades on these tyres. I mean, look, they're a little bit more worn now, but it's basically 1% a lap. So realistically, they want me to pit on lap 47. I could probably extend that. Also, still lapping in the mid 1 minute 12. So the lap times are really good as well. Overall, things are looking good. I am quite a far way behind though, which obviously ain't ideal. Should I spam messages? Maybe not too often, because I do, like, you know, I don't want to miss any actual chats. But if there's, like, if it's a bit quiet, then yeah, you could pop in a couple. Oh, I see. So if I actually, like, locked in Sector 2 and, like, yeah, and I wasn't just saving ERS, I could probably get a new personal best lap. That's good to know, though. It's good to know that there is, like, pace reserved, you know? This is super duper fun, by the way. Genuinely having one of the best times in F1 I ever really have, just because these equal performance cars are just so good. Unbelievable content. I keep like hearing a second engine, but there's no one around me, so I don't know what that's all about. Gap to Stroll is increasing, by the way, although Antonelli has put on the mediums and is now fighting him, so that could be the reason why. My name is Inspector Gadget. Oh, mate, I used to love Inspector Gadget when I was, like, 7. Unreal content. It's an honor to meet you. must be setting quite literally identical lap times to Isaac Hadjar. Like, I must be. That gap has stayed at exactly like 3.4 to 3.7 this entire stint. Quite impressive, really. China's the dumbest track in the calendar right now. I hate the snail parts. Yeah, fair enough. I just don't like it in general, but like I said, the reason I don't like it is because compared to the AI, I'm just really slow. If it was just me on my own in like time trial or something, then yeah, sure, it's like a 6, 7 out of 10. But overall, nah. I usually try and avoid it for my like career modes. Schumacher or Hamilton? Oh, Schumacher all day long. I think my top 5 like drivers of all time usually changes quite a lot, and by quite a lot I mean daily. But it's always the same 5. It's always Schumacher, Senna, Hamilton, Verstappen, and then actually no, I lied. It's either Alan Prost or Jim Clark in there. So I can't really give you a definitive list, but those 5 or 6, I mean the 6 that I listed are in the top 6 for me. The thing is, it's scary as well, is that of course Verstappen has so many, I mean he might just not bother. He did say that if he gets bored of Formula 1 he'll just leave. But if he wanted to, he's probably got another 10 years of F1 like available to him. So what he could go on to achieve is pretty, you know, it's a ridiculous thought. How you doing? You right, Liam? It's going pretty well, to be fair. Having a lovely race around Brazil. I don't really think, you know, I don't think I've done Brazil on this year's game, so I think it's going quite well. Almost at the halfway mark as well. Which is excellent. Did you say 6 or 7 out of 10? I did, yeah. I know, funny. I never intend to. Just slips out. Bring Manicure back to F1. I don't mind that shout, actually. I think France needs a Grand Prix. I hate the French, but it is where motorsports began. I feel like you do kind of need it, you know? Oh, shitting Nora. That's what happens when, if you know, even though I'm down a straight, I look at chat for like 2 milliseconds and I'm off. I do try and break the habits, but they just come back, do you know what I mean? Tyres are starting to kind of let go a little bit now, but by no means is it bad. I could probably still do another 47 million laps on these lot. You also play mobile F1 games? I don't know. I don't play mobile games full stop, to be fair. Oh, shitting no. There's no way this guy is still here. Go away. Actually, no, don't go away, like I said. But still. How goes your day? It is, yeah, one of the good ones. I mean, you know, when you're here, you finish your work in the morning, so I can now hop on, do a full race at Brazil. We've got sprint qualifying later today. It should be a good day all around. Hope you're doing good yourself. I gotta be careful of oversteer around that corner pretty soon, so that's gonna start becoming a thing. Also, I don't know I think Hadjar's tyres have gone off, which is obviously the advantage of the hards, is that yes, the softs are gonna be better for the first few laps, but when the softs go off, I mean, look at how quickly I'm catching him. The gap was 3.6 for so long. Now it's down to 2.3, and going down every single lap without fail. So we're cooking. Just because I'm curious and I'm a history nut, why do the British and French hate each other so much? I'm not sure about other people, but pretty much with me, just personal experience, every single French person that I've known, through, you know, maybe people that moved here and they were at school with me, or online that I used to, like, maybe, like, play some games with or chill out with, they're just nasty bastards. Now, of course, if I ever go to France, to be fair, I've driven through France, but if I go to France, my opinion will probably change. I mean, Isaac Hadjar, love the guy. But yeah, what I do for a living, I'm a graphic designer. Started doing it in 2019, and I mean, first, like, 2 years was, like, just mucking about, making, like, just random shit post images for, like, friends and things, and then it got to a point where I was getting asked by, like, you know, either, like, people or really small companies to make stuff, and I was like, hang on, there's something going on here, and, yeah, pretty good. Ideally, I want to do that alongside this and make that profitable, but as we know, that's, you know, extremely difficult and a lot down to, like, luck and taking opportunities, which so far I haven't really done. So, we'll see. I still think I've got another, like, year or two of streaming. But yeah, we'll see. $1.7 to Hadjar. You customize overlays for people. I don't... No. So, maybe. Depends. Most of it's, like, advertising stuff. I mean, when I started, it was mostly doing, like, social media stuff for, like, gaming teams and stuff. That was quite cool. When you start talking, everyone falls asleep. Valid. Oh, actually, you should change it. When you start talking, everyone turns their attention away or something along those lines. Just finished work myself. Nice. If he's gone, let's go. That'd be fantastic. Gonna join you earlier today? Well, that's fine, mate. You don't need to apologise. I mean, you say earlier today. I've only been live, well, since this stream started. You never have to apologise for not watching me. You know? I'm probably the least busiest person here. So, yeah. Alright, let's get Hadjar. He's been ahead of me long enough. I'm starting to catch up thanks to the tyre offset. The soft's starting to die a little bit. My hard tyres, primed and ready. Go, go, go. Getting in DRS this lap would be quite the milestone. I'd like that. I'm dead. Been jump scared by Twitch again. I really need to change my notification sound to something a bit more peaceful. You lot can't hear it, but it's the Taco Bell, like, ding sound. I must have had it in, like, 2019, before I even watched F1, and I just never changed it. And it just scares the shit out of me every single time. Hello, Mr. Hadjar. Hang on, just quick. Oh, you've gone and popped over on Twitch, Rocket Lizo. That's massive. The banking makes the circuit so much more cinematic. Yeah, I agree. That's good. You just heard it? Wait, you can hear that? Oh, actually, yeah, you probably can, because that goes through this monitor. Not... Oh. I didn't think about that. You're right, Puma. I'm playing F1, watching you play F1. That's quite cool. There was like 3. Yeah, for some reason it duplicates. I don't know why, but I didn't know that. So yeah, if you're watching on YouTube and you hear a random Taco Bell ding, that's because someone followed me on Twitch. Alright, let's start revealing Mr. Isaac. I don't want to spend too long behind him. Can hear it, but not very loud? Okay, good, because I don't want to just jump scare my entire, viewership. That'd be bad. Obviously, you have to be careful of dirty air at this stage. I didn't want to use this much overtake, but I need to get past him now. So past Isaac Hajar we go, up into the points. And everyone has 1 stop left, so I'm actually in the top 10 on, like, merit. There's no, like, offset. We're all going to be doing our 3rd stop, or 2nd stop, rather, at roughly the same time, so... I am trying to put a decent lap together so I can just get away from Hajar and not have to deal with DRS. Okay, we did it. No, we didn't. There we go. Come on. There we go. Alright, decent. What's good, crew? You alright, Dennis? Happy to see you too, mate. I've been doing good. Doing a PE project while watching you, multitasking at its best. I'm really bad at multitasking, so fair play. Depending on tyre range, I might be able to extend these tyres and then be even quicker on the softs, because like, this pace is outrageous. Kind of noticed something about going to an actual F1 race is that although there's a lot of hype, it gets annoying just seeing the cars pass by once, and if you're lucky, you get a 2 FPS screen to look at. I have seen those screens like during like the broadcast. They don't look very good. To be honest, I don't... Of course I want to go to an F1 race, but I don't want to go to an F1 race because I think the experience will be better than like just watching it on, television or that. I want to go just so I can say I have been to one. Obviously, if I could choose, I'd pick Silverstone, but I ain't got that kind of money, do you know what I mean? Alright, so we've cleared Hajar. I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch Sonoda. To be honest, the gap has been about that, 4.5 seconds, for like the last 20 laps. So, I don't think we're going to be catching him. But you never know. We'll see how we get... Oh my goodness, that's bad. Ah. Well, he's not going to have DRS, so that's, I've lost a second. Bit of a blip. My first real error this entire race that I haven't used the flashback on. Actually, no it isn't. I broke my front wing. All good though. We recover, we come back stronger. Now I've got to do this faff again of trying to clear off Hajar. Sod off, mate. You're very mid. He's going to get DRS, isn't he? Never mind. Bye, Hajar. It's not worth watching one. You can hardly get a seat. That's what I mean. Like, the only one I'm probably going to get to go to is China or Hungary, because those are just really, 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 really cheap. Wow, my straight line speed really is horrible, huh? I lose about nearly half a second down that main straight. You alright, CJ? Alright, 30 laps remaining. We've got to try and reel in Sonoda. We do have one stop left, of course, that is going to come pretty soon. But I won't lie, my hard tyres, they're starting to go off a bit. They're not very good to drive on anymore, so I would like to get rid of them. I do think, though, soft for soft, I should be quicker than, like, near enough everyone. I hope, anyway. That'll be good. I'm not even quicker than Sonoda, because I'm quicker throughout the lap. But as soon as we get to the straight, I just lose it all, which is tough. You alright, Ryan? And Racify? That's a cool name. Oh, too many downshifts. That's just one of those. Oh. The humidity at Shanghai is crazy, although it isn't raining. You still wear a raincoat because you're gonna get wet. Fair enough. I'll keep that in mind if I ever go to China. Probably not. I've never left Europe, so... yeah. The only other country I've been to, other than, obviously, England, where I live, is Switzerland. Been there twice. Lovely place. I mean, I'm still quick, but it's just not at that same level as I was 10 laps ago. To be fair, it usually happens. Your tyres get to that, like, 20 or 30% wear area, and then they just fall off a cliff. It's really bad. Why am I just 10th? Well, I started last. I got stuck behind Stroll. I've had a broken front wing. I have a completely different strategy to everyone else. So I think I'm doing pretty well, considering everything that's gone wrong this race. I keep downshifting one too many times there. Can I lock in, please? And, of course, equal performance. He muted word. I know my jokes are not getting sent. I didn't even know muted words was a thing, so you must have said something absolutely outrageous. Like the worst of the worst. Well, the gap to Sonoda is actually coming down now, so that's good. I think I might... oh, actually, I don't know what strategy he's done, actually. Never mind. When am I pitting? 47. I think I can do more than that. You're right, Rosie. I think hard tyres are hard. Valid. They definitely are. Still think my lap times are good, though. And, of course, we are reeling in Sonoda, so it's good. You played Pokemon? No. Obviously, I played Pokemon Go when it was popular up until about 2023, but nah, never really interested me. .3 to Sonoda. It's just get worse and worse for Sonoda. Not only is he really bad in real life, obviously I don't think he's bad. It's just obviously the second Red Bull curse we all know. But the fact that, like I said, I started last, I got stuck behind Stroll, probably had a good 10-20 second gap to Sonoda, had a broken front wing, had to pit 10 laps earlier than I was supposed to. on the only driver, apart from like 2 others, to use the hards. The fact that I'm probably still gonna finish ahead of him is quite sad. My favourite track, I can't decide between Spa, Melbourne, and Baku. So any of those 3, that'll do me. Pull up Verstappen 24. Oh, I need it to rain for that to happen. Apart from the fact I literally can't drive in the wet, so yeah, that would actually work for me. I'm so bad in the wet compared to the AI, it's actually embarrassing. To be fair, I do think the AI have like some autonomous advantages when it comes to wet weather, like increased grip compared to me, but still, I can't be like this level of pace in the dry, but if it was to rain, I would be last. Like, I would be dead last if it was raining right now. And we do have some drivers pitting for their next set. Sonoda's in as well, so that means I'm probably going to go in, although we do have 2 laps left, so... Unfortunately, actually no, I'm going to stop this lap. It's 1 lap earlier, but the oh shit, ignore it. The undercut's going to be way too big, so I need to get in now. My guy muted some words to auto-delete comments. Don't teach English to others. Well, I mean, you've completely changed dialects. I don't know what's happened there. I do wonder, though. Let's have a look. Actually, I don't know how do you even do that? How do you mute words? I actually don't know. Is that even a thing? Why is my stream language on English United States? Let's change that. No. No. Genuinely trying to figure out why you think I've done that. Realistically, whatever I've said, or whatever I put the muted words at, it must have been really bad. I actually just don't know. Aha! Here we go. Blocked words. None. So there you go. So what that means is, whatever you've said, it's actually been blocked by YouTube, not me. So it must have been bad, mate. Racing in wet is quite difficult. It's not just that. It's just, compared to the AI, it's embarrassing. Who has your favourite nickname? I don't know if you can call Checo a nickname, but that. I don't really know any nicknames. What nicknames exist? We got Chili for signs. Nando. I don't know. Checo. There you go. Technically a nickname. Although, doesn't Checo mean, like... I don't know what it means, but isn't it something along the lines of, like, your mate or something? Or, like a friendly person in Mexico culture? I don't know. It's just, there's quite a few, like, people that are nicknamed Checo. Oh, no, isn't Checo, like, another name for Sergio? Like, in England, it sounds dumb, but Richard is a Dick is a nickname for Richard or something like that. Why is Leclerc called that? I'm not too familiar with, like, driver lore. I forgot to pit. Okay, well, the undercut's going to get quite severe, although, one thing I've just noticed, all the front runners are on mediums and hards. I'm going to be on softs. You're an F1 fan. We know all about you, and, well, we know your interest, and we don't even, you know, you've never said anything, so that's quite good. You alright, Cake a lot? Good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing good. Why is Hulkenberg... Is Hulkenberg in, like, a... He's on brand new tyres, you know? So Hulkenberg is on for, like, a really good result. He might be on for, like, a P2, you know? No, he's going to be P1. Hang on a minute here.
Okay, pit in this lap.
Yeah, I am. Relax.
We'll be penalised if we exceed it. Keep that in mind as you approach.
I got it locked in, Mark. Don't worry, boss. Let's go. You didn't see anything. You saw nothing. Everyone. Oh, no, I'm ending stream. Oh, where'd the VOD go? If you're bothered by that, you know, bless your soul. Oh, my God. Gotta go do football training. Good luck with the rest of the stream, and good luck with your football training. That sounds good fun. Lando no-wins. We can't use that anymore. Lando no-wins. Even though I love Lando, Lando no-wins was unbelievable. So good. At work on break at the moment, was going to go through shorts of my favourite F1 YouTubers there. Glad I could be of service. Do you know what's funny? I know obviously I'm following the line, but the fact that I have to brake a good 200-300 metres earlier than it tells me to stop in time, that's bad game design in my opinion. Alright, final stop of the race. We have been released onto the soft tyres, and, well, we have got about, what, 23 laps to lock in
last stop. No more scheduled
and try and catch up to these lot and potentially, you know, get somewhere. I don't know where exactly, but points would be nice. Got out just ahead of that Haas, which is quite important. Realistically, everyone else is going to be on, like, mediums or hard, so I should be rapid. Alright, Global. I wonder how the softs are going to do, though, because, like, after, like, 10, 15 laps, for the other drivers, they were really awful, so I'm a bit nervous, to be honest. Fastest sector 2, though, that is, that's promising. How much percent AI do I play? I'm on 110, mate. I went to No-Win, Norwin for high school. That's quite a funky name. I like it. To be fair, I am surprised I've dropped down to P13, because I thought my pace was, like, decent on the hards. To be fair, if you look at the track map in the bottom left, I only have to catch that mystery Mercedes in wherever place that is, and that's like, what? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 cars. So that would put me, you know, near about the top 5, or I can just catch up to them. It's just like I said, my softs are definitely going to go off before that happens. So we've got to make the most of these early couple laps, because this is where the lap time is going to come from. Fastest sector 2. Just missed out on DRS, all good. What am I playing? I'm playing F1 25, mate. Cracking game. I've had an idea that I want to try it down the next main straight. I want to see if it helps with my straight line speed at the end. You're right, the Amazing Bob. That's a fun name, I like that. And Siri, probably said that wrong. You're right, mate. Alright, Sonoda. You started 10 positions higher than me. I had front wing damage. I was on a different strategy. I got stuck behind Stroll for 10 laps. And it's looking likely that you're still going to finish behind me. If that's not realistic F1, then I don't know what is. I didn't want to use all that overtake, but to be honest, I feel like I've got such a tyre advantage that through here I'm just going to be gone and he's just not going to get me. Well, actually, I don't know, he's kind of kept in touch.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
Have you achieved goals this year? Nah, not really. I don't think I set any, to be honest. Well, of course we're going to get that fastest Sector 1, because I just dumped my overtake, but... I don't know why I'm struggling to break Sonoda's DRS. Like, what's going on here, then? Why is he not disappearing out, like, you know, in my mirrors? That's problematic. 1 minute 10 for Lando Norris. That's pretty rapid. Spa Peak yesterday? Oh, mate, that was world class. One of my, like, favourite ever races I've ever done. You know, I counted. I'm going to make a YouTube short out of it. In the Grand Prix, I did 26 overtakes. Oh, no, I think it was 25 overtakes to go and win. Like, outrageous. Please let Rocket know that in qualifying I got a 1 minute 8.955, a little better than my last. That's not a bad lap, actually. That's good. If he pops back in, I'll remember that. The only goals I've accomplished is breathing air. That's basically me, yeah. I don't really set goals because they usually just go wrong in the first 2 weeks. The only goal I kind of had was to get to 3,000 subscribers, which obviously, up until about October, was just not going to happen. I've been at 1,400 from November last year until, well, September this year, and then it all went a bit crazy, so now it's actually possible. So that's my only real goal. You know, I'm confident we can hit it. I say we, because obviously I'm just here playing the game. Itchy leg. Ah! Got it! Well, I didn't get it, actually. It still itches. Yeah, so this is what I was worried about, is that my softs are kind of dead. Not dead, but the pace that I did have an advantage on is just... yeah. Do you have a track you hate most? Oh, absolutely. China, Spain, and Hungary. Absolutely can't stand them. To be fair, the cars ahead, Leclerc and Hamilton, they've got DRS carrying them along each lap. I sort of don't. But even so, I'm not really pulling away from Tsunoda anymore, so... yeah, this is gonna... I don't know. I have no idea how this race is going to turn out. I feel like I need a safety car or a red flag. Put on some mediums and just go. Because I feel like by the time these softs are gone, I'm just going to be really slow. I'm going to leave now. Goodbye. See you later, mate. Thank you for stopping by. It was funny, though, because I made, like, a TikTok rating some of the tracks on the calendar, and I put China as a 2 out of 10. And I got ridiculed for that, like, really bad. Like, maybe it was a bit harsh, but, I mean, come on. I do love the idea, though. Obviously, when I posted it, it's purely opinion-based. There are people that think China's the best thing ever, and that's great. Good for them. I just don't. But people in my comments acting like those were, like, concrete, like, reality. Like, you know, no, if you think it's different, then that's good. People seem to have forgot that difference of opinion is a thing, you know? So I thought that was quite funny. When you play in China or Japan, I can't remember exactly which one, but your racing line is absolutely screwed going into turn 2 or 3. It's probably China, to be fair. Ferrari quite destroyed Hamilton. You alright, David? Good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing good. I'm having some biscuits right now. It's good after a long day. I'm not really a biscuit kind of person. You think because I'm British, you know, tea and biscuits is like the go-to, but I don't know. You do open lobby races. I keep saying that I will, and I definitely will. I just can't say when. It's just all dependent on if I wake up and go like, yeah, let's do it. The thing that's holding me back is that I keep thinking, like, is there going to be enough interest? Because obviously, I don't want to be sat there for half an hour waiting for, like, a good chunk of people to show up. Although, of course, you know, I reckon there'll be people. So, maybe. Like I said, I just can't say when. Although, to be fair, open lobbies is a fantastic way to grow on, like, you know, social medias. Because, obviously, people, like, get involved and all that. So I should definitely do it, even for, like, just me. But it could be good fun as well. Obviously, I'm not going to do them with the intention of having, like, really good racing. I'll do it for it to be just pure chaos. And then I could just stat pad TikToks out of it and, you know, get a bit of a rhythm going. Oh, shitting hell. That was quite bad. You remember me? Of course I remember you, Boom Chew. You're one of the good ones, one of the old ones. Hit the griddy like Alonso, or if I hit the griddy, there'll be earthquakes across the continent. I can't do that. I'd 100% do it. Well, there's one. Do you know what could be an idea, actually? Although, would that work? I don't know. I was thinking, what if I... Oh, hang on, look at this. Leclerc and Hamilton having a scrap. It's getting me in the picture. My saving grace. But what if I did, like, a thing where... Say, like, obviously I do watch-alongs of the real F1 sessions. What if, like, after one of them, like, after Sprint Quaddy today, I'm not actually going to do that, just for an example. I go from that and then into doing open lobbies for, like, an hour or so. That could be a good idea. Because obviously I'm watching Sprint Quali at 6:30 today. That's going to be over in like 40 minutes, which ain't really good enough for a stream. So you know what, maybe I will try it out today. But obviously there's a very low chance of that. But I'm just saying, like, yeah, if I'm going to do it, I might try it tonight. I don't know. Have you gone to any F1 watch parties? No. I didn't even know that was a thing. Although I've never been to a party, so I don't know. Now here we go. Someone has like a non-English name I just can't pronounce. I deeply apologise. Wurtikilly? That's definitely wrong. I hope you're doing good, mate. Good to see you. You get the hype of a race and the entertainment of watching the race. It's true. I just, yeah. To be fair, I don't know anyone that likes F1, so that'd be quite difficult to set up, but you never know. Alonso feels like the fun uncle. He does, to be fair. Yeah, he gives off that vibe. He just seems like a very lovely, funny bloke to be around. Alonso P4. Oh yeah, I completely forgot practice was on just before I started stream. What was the results? Can anyone tell me? Like, who was like... Give me like the top 10 or something, if you don't mind, if anyone can provide that. Well, it is looking like for me it's going to be a P9 finish unless something drastic changes. It could actually get worse because, like I said, my softs might go off and then I'm just going to be in the bin. P3 Hulk? Go on, son! I love Hulkenberg so much. That's massive. If you do open lobbies, I can't do them. I don't have PS Plus. Well... Are they cross-platform? Yeah, of course they are. That definitely helps, but... That is tough, to be fair. I feel like that goes a bit under the radar. I think it's because it's so, like, normalised nowadays. But think, you pay multiple hundreds of pounds for a gaming console, then you have to pay, like, a certain amount of money a month just to play it, like, online, which is, you know, nowadays is the main point of them. I mean, I don't really play online games anymore. I don't really play games in general other than, obviously, this. But even if I did, it's like... Yeah, single-player stuff. Which is crazy to think, because less than 3 months ago, I was only playing, like, free online games. And I didn't play this game at all. It's quite remarkable how things can turn around in such a short time. Hop on stream a little bit beforehand and do a little bit of my team or something like that, and then make it like a Q&A or chat while watching. Yeah. I mean, all I was thinking is... So, like, tomorrow, there's the sprint race and qualifying, so I was just gonna do that for the day. But today, for example, when I'm only watching one session, or tomorrow when I'm only watching... Or Sunday, rather, when I'm only watching the race... There's a little window before that to do something, so, yeah. P1 Lando and P2 Piastri. Is Piastri back? I hope not, but, you know, at least it gets rid of the sabotage claims. It's just the dumbest thing, I think, in Formula 1. Where's Max finish? Because I'm seeing he's not top 4. By the way, mathematically, for those that don't know, Verstappen, even if the McLaren drivers finish on the podium in every race, if Verstappen wins every single race until the end of the season, he can still win the championship. So, yeah, keep that in mind if you're a Max fan. He needs to win everything. Including sprints. 17? What? They must have not done much. Was it raining? 17th. What's going on there, then? 11 laps remaining in this race. Everyone sort of settled down, to be fair. I need these Ferraris to keep bickering with each other. And then I can maybe slip past. They're just not doing that. Honestly, I don't know if I'm happy with a P9. All I can really say is that I think I've driven really well. So, under the circumstances of being on a different strategy to everyone else, having front wing damage, all that bollocks, I feel like I've done pretty well. And it could still go wrong. There is still 11 laps left. It's 6:30 now in my country. Well, I'm going to assume because you said 6, not 80, you mean in the morning. That's early. You must be a big early bird. To be fair, before I started streaming every day, or trying to stream every day, I used to just wake up at like 2 PM. Yesterday, the Ferraris collided with each other in turn 1 and gave me a win. I'd really appreciate that right now. If Max pulls the biggest comeback, there'll be a lot of opinions regarding if he's the GOAT or not. No, like in the evening? Oh, okay, good. But to be fair, that's only 2 hours later than me, so that's like, what? Europe area, maybe? I don't know. The Lando glaze makes Max seem so much worse this year, but in general, he is one of the best on the grid. I'm genuine. I'm not just saying this because like I like Lando, and I'm genuinely asking, where have you seen Lando glaze? Because I have not seen a single bit of it other than coming from like a couple Lando fans. Apart from that, it's just been non-stop hatred and praise for Max. That's all I've seen. Maybe, I mean, I'm just looking at like Twitter. Maybe it's a TikTok thing, I don't know, but I have not seen any Lando Norris praise from anyone. Ooh. Who do you think will be the biggest driver move next season? I think Hadjar to Red Bull. I think that's the only move that's going to happen. If I want it to be fun, do you know what? Ollie Behrman to Ferrari. And Hamilton gets dumped out of the sport. That won't happen, but you got to have one crazy prediction. It's like this weekend, I could say, oh, predictions for the race. Norris, Piastri, Max, but that's not fun. So I said, it's not, I mean, obviously my actual prediction's not too far away from that, but I said Max, Norris, Albon, because that's like kind of fun. Tyres are starting to fall away now. I think I am going to actually lose out to Tsunoda in the end, which is a bit tough. Please, someone, like, I'm surprised we've had no DNFs this whole race. Lando is hated and is a nice guy. To be fair, they're all nice. All the drivers are just normal, and yeah, people just hate them for no apparent reason. RB21 is quite a slow car this year compared to their last cars. Some races have been the best, like Baku and Monza, but yeah, overall a massive step down. I mean, some races they've been behind Ferrari and Mercedes, and being behind Ferrari is quite impressive. I feel bad for Hamilton. He is not the same. He is not good anymore. I don't know about that. I still think it's in there somewhere. It's just like, the way I see it, he spent, what? 11 years at one team? So even though the cars change with regulation changes, the way the team runs, the way the car is tailored to, that's going to be the same. You're going to get familiar. Then you're going to a whole new environment, new car, a teammate that, you know, the car's been built around him rather than you. New language, like, new everything. Everything is new. I feel like when you go over a decade with that familiarity to a completely new environment, it's going to be tough for ages. Although, to be fair, for a driver like Hamilton, you'd think with his success, it wouldn't take him this long. If anything, I think it just goes to show how good Leclerc is. You know? I do love the idea, though. I saw a rumour that apparently, I mean, it's fake, obviously, but they said Piastri's looking to go to Red Bull, which is hilarious because you think all the McLaren fans are starting on Lando and McLaren because they think they're favouring Lando, but then they want to see their driver go to a team where it's solely based around favouring Verstappen. That's the whole idea of the team. That's how it works and it runs well. Aston liveries are the best. I don't know if they're about the best, but they're definitely good. Hadjar to Red Bull is quite a crazy move because that's quite a pressure for him. Yeah, but it's to be fair, I think it's the only driver move I could see happening. The only other move I could see happening on the entire grid, I feel like everyone's going to stay together, is Arvid Lindblad replacing Liam Lawson. Because Liam's been okay, but he's had, he's had a whole season plus those few races last season, so maybe just want to give him a chance. But apart from that, I mean, who else is going to change driver? Hulkenberg's locked down, because obviously Audi's becoming Audi next year. They want a German driver. Bortoletto's definitely staying. Maybe Ocon is going to go, because he's been awful, but then who do you get in replace of him? Ferrari are going to stay the same, so Mercedes. The only two teams I could see making a change is, well, Red Bull and RB. That's it. Who's your favourite of the rookies? I think the best driver is... Actually, I think they're all good. To be fair, this recent batch of rookies, the fact they're all really good is quite remarkable. I can't pick a best out of all of them. I'd probably say Behrman. And I was going to say, I think the best driver's this guy, and I think my favourite in, like, personality is this guy, but they're both Behrman. Although Bortoletto has been unreal, Hadjar's been unbelievable, and Antonelli had a little bit of a dip in the European season, but apart from that, he's also been very good. So, yeah, I'm not counting Lawson as a rookie, by the way, because he's just not. It states that if you've done more than 3 Grand Prix before your full season, you're not a rookie. He done like 6, he's not a rookie. But even if you want to count him as 1, he's been, right, not bad, not great, in the middle. Lewis has to just have... Lewis just had his prime and never knew racers are coping better. That's... Yeah, I can agree with that. To be fair, I feel like his, you know, when Mercedes fell off, 22, 23, and 24, I feel like Lewis was unbelievable, considering the car. Why is my screen just turned off? Hello? Thank you. Is that Max behind it? It is indeed, mate. Hi, Max. Bye, Max. If Piastri went to Red Bull, then it would be insane for them. I still feel like he's going to struggle. I mean, obviously, Checo Perez is just defending himself, like, to the media, but even he said, you can get a Hamilton or a Leclerc in that second Red Bull, they're going to struggle. How true that is, I don't know, but I'm going to trust the bloke that spent 4 years there. And you can say what you want about his 23 and 24, but fact is, his 21, and especially his 22, was good. Underrated channel, I'm a new sub. Oh, thanks, Philip. That's goated from you. I appreciate that. Can we agree that Max is the best driver right now? Oh, absolutely. I don't think it's even close. I think the only two that get close to him is Leclerc and Russell. I don't think the McLaren drivers are like... I think Piastri was alright, and obviously Baku onwards sort of ruined it for him. And Lando, even if you believe his cars had struggles, I feel like just him in general has been a step down from him last year. I truly believe it. It's like if Lando drove at the same level he did last year, this year, he would have won the title by now. Five or so laps remaining. At this point, we're just looking to bring it home, you know? I'm not happy with a P9. Of course, Max Verstappen, you expect more from him. But under the circumstances of everything that I've had this race, I don't think it's too bad. Realistically, if I was on, like, the correct strategy and my front wing wasn't damaged, I don't think I would have got much higher, but I think I would have got top 5. I also think, like, and safety car or red flag would have, like, made me gain another, like, 4 or 5 places, so yeah, it's tough, but I'll take it. And although it's probably going to be quite wrong, I am going to take this race as a prediction for the actual Grand Prix. So basically, I'm predicting Verstappen's going to finish 9th. And I think Alonso's still winning. I can't actually tell who's winning or not. Actually, no. I think it's Piastri. Piastri, Russell, Hülkenberg, Alonso is the current top, like, 4. So, yeah. You word yourself a sub? Oh, thanks, Nelly. V8 coming back. Hopefully no more vacuum cleaners. Are the V8s coming back? I thought they were still vacuum cleaners. I don't know. Tsunoda's underperforming this season might be due to Max's pressure. Oh, absolutely not, no. It's been proven from Checo Perez, especially in the last 2 years, plus Gasly and Albon and Liam Lawson, whether it's, you know, the fact the car's made for Max, whether the fact, you know, his driving style's just that unique. Fact is, no one can survive in that second Red Bull. The only reason Perez did for so long is because they just kept farming money off him. And that's about it. You know? I'm sorry to keep pausing, but I do need to, I don't want to miss any chats, you know what I mean? You think Max can do it? I think he can. Mathematically he can, quite easily, but I think he needs to win every single race, including sprints, maybe bar one, to actually do it. Plus McLaren stinkers. In my opinion, I think Oscar's going to look... He's going to look in the last second and clinch the title. I don't know why, but I just kind of have that feeling that might happen. If that does, I'll be very sad. I won't care too much in like a couple months, but obviously I'd rather Lando to win, and if I could, I'd have Verstappen win, because obviously Verstappen's there, and I like Lando. But don't get me wrong, I don't mind Piastri. What's your best lap on this track? I'm about a 1 minute 8.5. But I did a 1 minute 8 dead, well, to be precise, a 1 minute 8.032 in a equal performance car in a qualifying session. So I don't know what that means to you, but there you go. If you're wondering, I've never played time trial, so I don't know what I'd be in that. Oh, look at that. The Ferraris are flying ahead of me now. To be fair, my tyres are, like, dead. To be a teammate of Max is always pressure, I think. Sorry for your English. That was pretty good, I think. There is definitely pressure, but there's no way that all 5 of the drivers that have been his teammates since Ricciardo have, like, been that under pressure that, like, because, like, what pressure do you get? Surely most drivers, unless your ego is astronomically large, you're not going to beat Verstappen in his own team. So I don't know what pressure you'd really feel. So I don't know. I do think there's just something with that second Red Bull car. The way it's set up, the way, like, it's built. It's just, yeah, only Max can drive it. I do think that's a little bit different to saying the car is built for Max. I just think the way, I don't know. It's so, I mean, obviously I'm biased because Perez is my favourite driver by far. So I'm going to be biased. But, yeah. I'm just looking at the facts, which is... We know Tsunoda's a fantastic driver from the last 2-3 years. We know Lawson's okay. We know Perez is pretty good. And Gasly and Albon since Red Bull have been fantastic. So, yeah. I think they'll just, over the next few years, they'll just keep chopping and changing drivers until they somehow find one that is permanently within 2 or 3 tenths of Max. 1.08, 1 minute 8.3 on Brazil, on softs, SQ3 again on controller. Don't know how good that is. Well, considering I did a 1 minute 8 dead with a wheel with 4 years experience on just the game, I think that's bloody great. Daniel Ricciardo is definitely the best teammate for Max due to his talent. I still think he's probably top 3, if not top 5, best drivers to not win a championship. People forget how good he was at Renault as well. Probably best of the rest other than Verstappen and the Red Bulls. Not Verstappen and the Red Bulls, Verstappen and the Mercedes. Like, he was outrageous. I wasn't even watching F1 there and I still knew how good he was. You know? Although it's like anything. You have one bad season, in the minds of the media and, like, fans, your career's pointless. People are now doubting Hamilton because he's had one bad year. Ricciardo had 2 bad years at McLaren, and now everyone thinks he's this, like, really old, horrible, wash-pay driver. Same with Perez. Like, no, shut up. Anyway, final lap of this Brazilian Grand Prix, 71 laps, and we're on the final one. Like I said, I think given the circumstances, I'm pretty pleased with my result, a P9, although... I don't know, it's very mixed feelings, because, like, I feel like I hadn't driven at Brazil before this stream on this year's game. I had front wing damage, I got stuck behind a car for, like, 10 laps that I knew I was faster than. I was on a much different strategy to everyone else. Everyone else did medium, soft. whereas I did medium for like half the distance I was meant to, then went on to hards for longer than I should have, and then on to softs, which are now dead. So I have no idea what to think, but you know what? Regardless of position, I'm very happy with how I've driven today. I think I've been quite good. Of course, there's mistakes. I'm not that good. Oscar Piastri wins the Grand Prix, so it is going to be Oscar Piastri taking the win. George Russell gets second. Nico Hülkenberg gets third. There's a prediction for you. So F125 predicts that Hülkenberg finishes third, Alonso fourth, Norris fifth, I think, and Verstappen ninth. Nice. The car's built for Max and it's limited for his teammates. I think that is... Yeah, I feel like even if you think the car isn't built for Max, I feel like the car and they basically, with feedback, they just don't listen to their second driver. I mean, if you think, start of 2022, Perez was unbelievable, right? Equaling Max, because the car was more understeering. They listened to Max, brought an upgrade that switched it round, Perez was shit again. It's not a coincidence. In your opinion, which non-champion deserves a championship the most? For me, it's Leclerc. I think I agree with Leclerc. Gilles Villeneuve, Daniel Ricciardo, Rubens Barrichello, Felipe Massa. Probably them a lot, yeah. Little short list. I'm back to watch you. Nice recovery. Thanks, mate. We are heading off in a second, but I will be back in an hour and a half to watch sprint quality, so that should be good fun. We've had our joining Red Bull next year with a regulation change. Daniel Avocado beat Seb as a teammate during the regulation change. We got promoted. He did. First year, 2014. Or was it? No. It was 2014, because his debut was 2012, when he was with HRT, I think. And then 2013, he drove for Toro Rosso. 2014, he drove for Red Bull with a regulation change, beat Seb. Seb folded, went to Ferrari. Then Ricciardo, 2016. Yeah, okay. Figured it out. You're right, Hacken. Ugh. I'll tell you what, I mean, I don't really do 100% races that often, because they're a bit too long, but that was very good fun. I usually get quite bored as well, because it's just the same track, but that was good. I enjoyed that. So, there's the outrageous top 5 prediction. It's time to write this down. So, F125 predicts that the winner is going to be Oscar, which is obviously bad if you're a Norris or Verstappen fan like myself. I've not done him justice there. It's already 1 AM here. That is quite late. You must be quite far away from England. And then we have Russell in P2, Hülkenberg P3. To be fair, if that P3 happens, I'll be chuffed. Actually, I think I'd rather Alonso get a podium. And then we have Norris, Gasly, Leclerc, Hamilton, Verstappen, Tsunoda. And then Hajar, Sainz, Antonelli, Ocon, Albon, Stroll, Orzoletto, Lawson, Behrman, Colapinto. So, watching from Asia. I want to go to Asia someday. I know Asia's quite big, but you know what I mean. Didn't even get the fastest lap either. I was quite a way off. Considering I had brand new softs at the end, I thought I'd be quite rapid, but there you go. So, yeah. Basically, if this does happen in real life, Lando's buggered, and so is Verstappen for the title. I might take him out of contention. Well, it won't, obviously, mathematically, but realistically. Gasly P, look at that for a couple of results. Hülkenberg third, Alonso fourth, and Gasly sixth. That's what happens when you play on equal performance. We'll save the replay, because why not? This is basically what happened, by the way. Oh shit, I forgot my game gets really loud. Hang on. 7 PM? That's only 2 hours later than me. So, basically, what happened is That is so loud. Why is that so loud? I forgot what lap it was. I also forgot. I think it was turn 1, so not there or there. I know I was behind, I think, signs. It was here somewhere. That was it. So lap 8, bearing in mind, I was supposed to pit on lap 25. Lap 8, I braked way too late into turn 1, clarted signs up the arse, and broke my front wing, or very slightly damaged it. Probably cost me 2 or 3 tenths a lap. So that happened, and then I proceeded to spend, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I spent 8 laps just stuck behind these lot, and you can see the gap to Norris is now 4 seconds between him and Antonelli. So I lost quite a lot. See, I lost probably, what, a good many seconds, 5-10 seconds, stuck behind Stroll and Sainz with front wing damage, plus obviously these lot. Basically, I was a back marker, pitted. And then after pitting, and everyone else pitted, I found myself up to 11th, and then 10th, and then 7th, and then I pitted again, dropped to 13th, and then made my way up to 9th, and then just stayed in 9th until the end. I have faith in Max. He would win Brazil Grand Prix like he did last year. I agree. I think he's got it in the bag, to be honest, surely. I want to see my lap times, though, because I reckon they're going to be very nice and consistent. And let's see. 12.6, 12.6, 12.6. Good start. Well, actually, technically 12.5. 12.4, 2, 5.4, 7.4, 5.4, 3, 5.4, 5.4, 3, 4, 5, 2, 2, 7. That is outrageous consistency. That's like Verstappen Mexico 2022 vibes. And then I don't know what... Oh, yeah, that's when I went off. And then 5.6, 5.5, 6, 8. That is stupid consistency. Like, stupid. And then softs, it was, you can see the natural, like, decline of soft tyres, low 11s, and then into high 11s, and then low 12s, and then just sort of mid 12s until the end. Well, that was fantastic. I greatly enjoyed that. Hope you lot did as well. I'm going to be headed off here, though. Surprisingly, got a 2-hour stream out of that. One race with no qualifying, no DNFs, no red flags or safety cars or wet weather, and it still lasted for 2 hours. I am chuffed with that. I'm not done, though, because it's currently 5 PM. At 6:30, so in an hour and a half, I'll be back on watching Sprint Quali. It's only going to be about, what, 30, 40 minutes, but I might as well. I'm going to be watching it anyway, so why not stream? You're late? Well, you are late to this one, but I'll be back in an hour and a half, so not you know, you can get into that one. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. So, thank you for tuning in today. Well, for now, that was really good fun. I definitely want to do that again for the final races as well. It was good. And I'll see you a lot in an hour and a half. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your weekends. Let's lock in for real life F1. And I'll see you a lot later.